we're going to go with a quick recap of what happened last time first. There's lots of guys that are coming to hang out with you. They are on their way, and they are menacingly crawling towards you, aggressively trying to eat you all. So what you have right now are 300 of these guys. So 100 each coming down, 100 through the trees, another 100 through the trees, and then 100 going straight down a path. There is a puddle of oil that can be lit, and we have 3 fires going. 1 directly in the path, and then 2 spreading wildfires that are gonna start getting a little crazy. We also have the crispy boys, the people who actually made it through the fire. So we got 60 of them, and 30 in the middle. We also have 10 who are just about at the gate before the big log, where we have a speaker set up, a la the Speaking Stone XL. We also have Theodore, who has a unsprained ankle now that Rupert has spent all of his spells to heal his dumb feet. Below the gate, we have Greg, as well as Bjork, hanging out with 80 foot soldiers right by the entrance to the city. We also have Grandpappy, who is currently on his way to Charlie's because he was convinced that the sippy cup is there.
It is.
Yeah, it is. So he's going there. We also have Wendell and Rupert and Manny on top of the wall, where there has been a human centipede that is crawling directly up the wall right next to Rupert. And that was the bad guy's turn. So it is now up to the top of the order, where we got Teddy.
Theodore sees the oncoming onslaught of enemies, realizes at most he can kill 3 at a time before they completely overwhelm him. And so he looks up and shouts to the guys on top of the gate, "Hey, can you guys let me back in?" And basically just holds his action for when they open up the gate for him so that he can hopefully sprint back inside. And then that is my turn.
You can use your bonus action to laser chest someone.
Are they close enough for me to do that?
Yeah, sure.
Then, after I talk to them, I'm going to turn back and a ray of light erupts from Theodore's chest and smacks into one of the demons. I have to roll to hit that.
Yeah. What color is it?
Golden yellow. It's like honey.
Are you Winnie the Pooh or a Care Bear?
In this moment, only because of that 8, I'm a Care Bear. I'm supposed to add to this, so I'm just going to roll a flat d20. 17!
Ooh.
Okay, yeah, you hit.
Yeah.
How much damage does it do?
It's a 1d6. I got a
Is
1.
it just 1d6 in general?
It's just 1d6 of damage. But he is blinded. That specific one is blinded. But he only took a single point of damage.
Ka-pa-choo.
Now his hearing will increase 7-fold.
Oh, God.
What have I done?
You see one of the fiends. Let's say it has big ears that it's like hovering off the ground with, and it's got like a real stinker face, like, and he gets light in his eyes, and he goes, and he stays still, and just kind of like, oh God, the light is a little much for me. I wish I brought sunglasses today.
That was my moment. And I'm gonna run inside.
You can't run inside.
I can't. I'm gonna when it's time.
Okay, next up is
Yours truly.
Okay, Grandpappy.
Oh, I'm heading into Charlie's. I'm looking for that sippy cup.
Dude, you're like 20 minutes away from Charlie's.
I'm like thrashing around inside that Charlie's.
But not inside Charlie's. We established that it was a 20-minute walk from the entrance over to Charlie's. And
I'm just gonna head there.
Okay, so every let's say 10 seconds, just because it's a big battle. Every round of combat is 10 seconds long. So by the time you got to Charlie's, everything would be over. So what we're gonna do is a half-elf with a mohawk just starts running directly towards you with a cart behind its back. It's got 2 handles, and it is running directly towards you, and Tokyo Drift styles right up to your feet. It says, "My name is Rickshaw Sean, and for 10 gold, I'll take you anywhere you want to go."
I need to go to Charlie's stat.
All right, that'll be 10 gold.
Cheap price to pay this.
Do you whip out the money?
Yeah, I just hand him the money. I don't even think about it. I probably
All right.
handed him more gold than 10.
He goes, oh my gosh, this is so much gold. Now I can buy everything I've ever wanted. Come, little short man, let's get inside and go to Charlie's. Pitter patter, pitter patter, pitter patter.
Yay. Whee!
So you'll get there next time. Anyway, so back to the action. Next up is Rupert. So let me paint this picture for you. About 20 humans in a line that were attached ass to mouth, but have also become monsterized. So they've got claws and kind of bloated bodies. It's pretty gross. And you also have in front, think of like how a centipede might have mandible jaws, except it's just one beefy dude's arm and his face coming directly towards you. So what do you want to do? It climbed up the wall about halfway, so it's about 20 feet away from your face, but it is coming directly towards your direction.
If I hit it with AoE damage, would that, hurt the wall?
Depends on what it is. If it's a fire spell, you're probably fine. If it's water, you're fine. The wall is sturdy. Let's just say that.
If I struck it with a bolt of lightning, would that do something?
I think the wall, but you shouldn't have to worry too much about it.
Okay, I'm sorry to the guys I'm buffing, but I'm gonna drop that. So, I'm gonna cast all lightning. First, I'm gonna shout, "There's a big fucking centipede thing at 12 o'clock. Everybody look at it." So, 60 feet from me, I'm gonna make a storm cloud appear.
Okay.
I think I can hit stuff within 60 feet of that cloud with lightning.
When you cast spell point, choose a creature you can see under the cloud, and a bolt of lightning flashes down from the cloud to that point. And every creature within 5 feet of that point, let's make a dexterity saving throw. So yeah, you make this storm cloud above, and it's going to have to do a dexterity saving throw.
Roll for damage.
This is not a concentration spell, so I don't think it breaks your concentration.
I can maintain it, and then every turn I can strike stuff with lightning. But I have to drop concentration on my my buffs.
So do you want to do that?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Sorry, Wendell and Bjork.
Alright, so I am going to see if it's fast enough. Whoopsie whoopsie. What do I have to beat?
15.
Okay, yeah, that's not going to do it. So it gets 3d10.
17 damage. 17, hooray.
Ow. That's the sound it makes as you strike it with lightning.
It's a Tuesday for you, bucko.
Ow! You can see recognition on the creature's face that it was struck by lightning. It looks pissed, but it also looks very confused at why you said today's Tuesday.
I don't like Tuesdays.
Next up is Bendel. So you see this big centipede coming towards Rupert after he yells, unless you want to do a perception check and see if you actually hear that.
Sure, I'll do that. Just wondering, what side of the gate is the centipede crawling up, and am I on that same side?
So you are on the side that is facing outward, because you were casting the spell right outside of the gate. And the centipede is also crawling up that wall.
Okay, got it. That makes sense.
So, does that change anything?
Yeah, I rolled a perception check to see whether or not I see the demon. I got a 12.
Yeah, you hear it.
Oh no, that's not good. What the heck is that thing? And then I'll point at it, and as I point at it, I'll cast True Strike.
Okay. You have advantage on your attack rolls against it.
Yeah, I also get a brief insight onto the target's defenses too.
What you can tell about this thing is that it's not quite like the other creatures. So you have all of these kind of foot soldier dudes out and about. It seems like in addition to the gigantic body that is coming towards you and the big nose, that there might be more sophisticated or more dangerous demonish creatures as well. You can tell that this thing is stronger than a normal demon would be, at least the ones that you've seen. As far as weakness, like the bodies down below, it seems like it's easy to hit. It's just a bunch of pale, gross bodies. So it's basically just a bunch of skin. There's nothing that is giving this much armor. So probably easier to hit with attack than something else would be.
Okay. Rupert, do you need any help? I think we should get the heck out of here.
That's probably a good idea.
Okay, and I'm gonna start booking it towards the other side of the wall.
I'll hold them off.
You're at the other side of the wall. It's like maybe 20 feet across.
Okay. Alright. I'll just be standing against the other side of the wall.
Okie dokie. Next up is Manny. He is going to take one of the arrows from one of the archers on top of the wall, and he's going to throw it with his hands at the centipede. And he goes, "Die, you son of a bitch!" And he hit. Let's see how much damage it does. Ooh, he did 3 damage. Wow! Right into this thing's face. And he flexes.
Wait, how much damage has been done to this thing so far?
So far, that would be 20.
Manny, you legend.
Fuck yeah. Next is Reg.
All right, because I know I'm inside the gate. Can I do like a perception to see if I hear what the fuck is going on with this centipede?
Yeah, you'll have to do a perception check to see if you can hear Rupert's call about the monster.
All right, I nat 20.
Like a pin drop over all of the cacophony of noises around you. You can hear Rupert say,
There's a big fuck off centipede up here.
That's what I hear.
"Yep, that's what you hear."
Would he also hear Theodore's request to come back inside?
Oh, for sure. You hear Teddy say,
Can you guys let me back in?
I look outside and I go, how the fuck did you get outside?
It was my moment. The moment has passed.
I have so many questions, but get back inside.
More importantly, there's a big human centipede thing. It's like 20 guys long.
Hold on, I'll be there
It's
soon.
climbing up the wall.
All right, I'm gonna have a long turn, so I'm just gonna be issuing a lot of commands.
"Okay."
I turn around and I look at the soldiers who are at the gate and I say, 40 of you go up there. These things can climb up the walls, apparently. So you're going to be defending
Okay.
the archers. We need 40 of you up there, at least 20 of you, preferably on either side, to help defend your fellow archers.
Okay.
40 of you stay down here with me. And then, are any of the archers in position to shoot at the centipede?
Basically, they're spread out, but also like concentrated at the front here. That was your intention, right?
Yes.
So there's 12 groups of
12
10 up there. What I was imagining was the centipede was going towards a section of 10 archers. There's 10 dudes that can directly see this creature, and then you'll also have everyone else who can basically attack, except for maybe half of the people would have a hard time shooting.
Okay. I want half of the archers to shoot at the centipede. So there's 6 groups that are able to. I want them to rain fire down on this thing.
Okay.
What do I have to roll?
6 d20. You hit with 4 of the 6 groups.
Okay. Now do I do a damage roll?
Yep. 10d8 times 4. 124 damage. You have half of the archers shoot at the centipede and just obliterate it. Just like tear through it like it was fucking tissue paper. You see after the first 30 arrows that go into it, it starts like waving little white flags with each one of its arms. And then another 30 arrows go through it as well. And it's a big bloody pulp on the ground beneath the wall.
So I hear the thud of its dead body smash into the ground. I take my stone and I call up to the guys. I'm like, good shit, gentlemen. I need the other half of you to attempt to light the log above and below it on fire. You know how like at the 200 meter mark, I had them light the forest on fire? I want to do the same exact thing. Like right up against
Did you
the
put
wall.
oil there?
Well, no, the trees light on fire.
Oh, okay. Roll your other. Okay, 3. Hit it. There's fire now. Okay. They say in unison all at once.
Okay, so now I talk to Bjork and I go, all right, man, here's your fucking time to shine. I need you to do a couple of things. One, I need you to cast your mouth spell. What is it?
Magic mouth.
I need you to cast magic mouth on the tip of my battle axe.
Okay. Gonna have to drop that for a second.
Drop what?
You gotta drop the battle axe for a second. And if you're carrying it, I can't
Oh, really?
do. Yep.
Okay, I put the battle axe on the ground.
Okay. I cast the magic mouth on it.
Okay.
Describe the mouth.
Big, red, and moves a lot. It spits when it talks.
Okay, now I need you to do a second thing.
Okay.
And I need you to take your guitar,
Okay.
play into the speaker, and I need you to play an incredibly loud note, loud enough to send the log jettisoning forward.
Okay. So loud. I could do. What does jettisoning mean?
It's gonna shoot the log out down the path and roll.
You're under the impression that my guitar is going to launch a log. How big is the log?
It's 60 feet long. It's approximately 55,000 pounds. I did the math for this.
65,000 pounds, and you
55.
are. I'm sorry, 55,000 pounds.
Yeah.
You're under the impression that me playing my guitar loud enough will launch
we
this
have the
log.
speaker out there that's going to amplify it. You exploded someone's head with a guitar. You're more than capable of pushing the log.
All right, whatever you say. And I grab my guitar and I play.
I'm also recording. I'm recording the noise you make with the mouth.
Okay, that's what's recorded into the mouth?
Yeah.
I'm gonna play an F sharp note as loud as I possibly can. I fucking wail on that guitar.
And then the speaker outside is relaying that.
As well?
Yeah.
Wait, before I do that, I tell everybody, this is gonna be loud. You might want to cover your ears. And then I play the note.
Greg, did you have this in mind from the beginning?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to say all of the orcs have a little bit of extra cloth that you got to wrap the arrows in, and they made makeshift earplugs, basically. So they're stuffing their ears with cotton or cloth, so they will not hear.
My intention was because you played the guitar and it exploded that guy's head, and no one took damage from that.
It was a slice through the neck.
Okay.
It will work, but we are going to do a D20 to see how well it works. So I'm thinking either a straight up attack roll or an Arcana check to see how well you can play the magical musical instrument. I'll give you the option.
Let's do dexterity, just for funsies.
It would be plus your charisma bonus because you are doing a magical attack with the guitar like you normally do. So
Okay.
I'm not sure if that changes your mind.
We'll do it with the charisma modifier then, because I get a +3 for that.
Jesus.
All right. I got a 12 with modifiers.
Okay, and it works.
God.
The music pumps through your small speaking stone, transmits to the speaking stone XL, a boulder of a speaking stone. And as the sound vibrations come out of that speaking stone and smash into the log in the exact way that Greg wanted, it launches forward. So let's imagine that it was possible for this log to go the entire 400 feet that we have here. With a 12 total, let's say that you get halfway. So it's going to stop basically where the big fire is and knock these 40 dudes, as well as one blinded boy, right down. I'm going to give them the opportunity to jump above it. So let's see. Okay. So the log pushes out, rolling along to the point where it actually lifts off the ground a little bit. And the 10 creatures that were dashing closest to the gate are pulverized. You hear a thump of meat smacks as each one of them is basically roadkill. And then you have, after getting its momentum slowed down a bit, it begins to hit the road again and roll extremely quickly to the point where the creatures that are right behind the first line, these 30 guys, are also made into roadkill. And the log comes to a bloody and wonderful halt as it livens up this fire right directly in the center of this path. It's beautiful.
What does my guitar think about this?
So I'm going to need you to roll a charisma saving throw with disadvantage. So a 4 plus, what's your charisma bonus?
3, so 7.
All right. So you play this one note into the guitar, and after the music goes through the speaking stone into the speaking stone XL, the number of decibels that this is giving off is extremely high. It is a concentrated area of music. And in that moment, you feel what you had felt when you first picked up the guitar, this sort of uneasy, queasy feeling, grow exponentially, like it's feeding off of this sound. And you hear the guitar say, "Fuck yes, brother, we're finally in it." Bjork, you burst into flames. Greg, you see your friend Bjork immediately after putting a magic mouth on your battle axe burst into flames. It is a terrifying sight, but you see Bjork looks exactly the same as he does. Doesn't seem to be burning at all. The flames dissipate, and you can see that Bjork now has 2 fiery horns coming out of his forehead, as well as fiery wings made up of what you would assume is fire made into physical form. You also see another pair of arms grow from Bjork's side, also made in flame, as well as a second flaming guitar. And you hear from Bjork's mouth, "Finally, it's killing time." So, next up is bad guys. But before that, Bjork's going to attack. He's going to attack once at Greg and hits, and once at James and misses. So, Greg, you're going to take 15 damage as a blade of sound energy flashes you across the chest. James is able to see this happen and duck before the second line hits him, and Bjork cackles. Now it's a bad guy's turn. So everyone's going to advance. The 60 dudes are going to basically walk into some fire. We're going to have to do some D20s to get over this. Okay, so you see 30 of the 100 that is crossing this fiery path here gets burned. And yeah, they're crispy. So 30 are dead, and the other 70 are burned. And we also have Big Boy and Nose. The Nose at the fire after these 70 have gone, and you can see that it looks like a big dummy for not doing that ahead of time. So this fire is put out now, just in time for Big Boy to strut on in.
Where is the Nose and the Big Boy in position to each other?
They are right next to each other. Everyone else is in the right positions. You killed all those guys. It is up to Teddy. You're inside the gate. Just saw Bjork turn into a demon monster. Greg and the chief of the town, James.
I'm assuming there's like a staircase leading up to the top of the wall that the archers used.
You would have to go past all of these guys. You just have to excuse yourself through these men.
So I have a speed of 35. If I dashed, would I be able to make it there to just smack the shit out of Bjork real quick?
Oh, you're right in front of them, directly.
Oh, I am?
Yeah, basically you came inside of the gate where Bjork and James and Greg were. So Greg let you in, you dashed right into seeing Bjork go up in flames.
Okay, I'm gonna blind Bjork. I'm gonna use my bonus action to shoot that chest laser and hit Bjork right in the face with it. And hopefully blind him until the start of my next turn.
What do I have to roll to beat your thing?
A Constitution saving throw.
Got it. It did. You do your Care Bear stare, and it closes its eyes. It just says, "Come on, you really think you're gonna get me with that?"
How did he know?
You know what? I'll give him disadvantage because it's radiant damage. Yeah, he's still good.
Well, that was my bonus action. Well, sorry about this, buddy. Basically, I'm just gonna run up to Bjork. I'm gonna attack twice with my great axe, which is 1d12 plus slash. So that's 2 d12s.
Okay, let's roll an attack roll, and then another attack roll.
That is an 8 first, and a 4 for the second. I am completely fucking useless.
Your rolls, man.
You swing with the axe, and what I'm calling Bad Boy Bjork just moves out of the way very lightly and says,
That's Bad Boy Bjork? Could that be Badder Boy Bjork? Because I'm already Bad Boy.
Says, "Hey, can you swing any slower? What are you, exhausted from jumping off a fucking wall?"
Swung at your mom last night.
I doubt that. You know what? Roll an intimidation check. Intimidation or deception.
I got a 12.
Batter Boy Bjork is going to roll. Let's see. You can see that Batter Boy Bjork is perturbed by your insinuation. Looks like he's pretty easy to rile up as the flaming horns start crackling a bit and lose their form.
Oh, I made a bad choice.
So let's cut over to Grandpappy.
Hey!
Where everyone is having a fucking blast. Tacos being doled out. Man, we have a lot of taco shit, huh? Yeah, I bet we do. Have a great time. A waitress that immediately, as you guys stroll up, hands you and Rickshaw Sean a taco.
Oh, I don't want that. I want a sippy cup.
This is how I keep my running energy.
I'm going to go inside, demand for a manager, asking where my sippy cup is.
And I'll stay out here in case you need another ride. I like
will.
money. Okay, good. He does not move. He becomes still. Exactly the way you left him.
Oh, I'm pushing him aside. Like, I'm full shoving. Exactly the same way. Mummering about a sippy cup. I want to make sure this entire village thinks I'm insane.
And you see the exact employee that you spoke with just like 3 or 4 hours ago. He goes, "Oh, fuck." He's back. He yells into the back of the room. Everybody, he's back. You see him cower a little bit and shake as he says, "Welcome to Charlie's."
I need my sippy cup.
What are you talking about?
It has a Paw Patrol logo on it. I need it.
Okay. And he just sort of yells out at the crowd, "Has anyone seen a sippy cup around here?"
With Paw Patrol logos on it?
With Paw Patrol logos on it. You see everyone at the exact same time. Bjork's mom is there with Yak.
Wait, how'd you find out that it was over here?
But the gates told me it was here.
I don't know, is it that important?
Seems like there's a lot going on over there. They probably need you.
No, they don't. The sippy cup is more important.
Okay.
And I'm here too. Just thought I'd remind you. As you are sad and walking out of the restaurant, you hear there are screams coming from outside of the Charlies, and people are rushing into the restaurant. There was a bunch of people that were sort of mingling outside for Taco Tuesday, but have proceeded to dash inside of the restaurant because you see a orc that is currently bleeding out from the neck, dashing toward the Charlies and collapses to the ground in front of it. You also see there is a mostly hairless werewolf that stands about 7 feet tall, and instead of a wolf's face, it's more or less a very, very flat face with an upturned nose, sort of like a bat's face. And it begins to just start munching down on this orc in front of you.
Interesting. I want to fight that thing because I am very sad and need to put anger into something.
Okay.
So I will full sprint at it.
Okay. I'll let you take an action against it. You basically burst out of the Charlies. It goes,
I straight dash at it and I just push it with the barrel twice because I could do that.
Okay.
I can hit things twice.
Right. So let's do 2d20s. You hit both times.
I haven't used the barrel to actually hit something with it in a month.
So you hit and push back, right?
E.
Roll then 2 separate d10s plus your damage bonus.
6 plus 11 is 17.
17 damage is done to this thing. And it also gets pushed back how far?
20 feet.
Nice. All right, you bash it with your barrel twice, which knocks it back 20 feet. And it looks at you and starts to hiss. Do a perception check for me.
Yeah, that's the Grandpappy roll for perception.
Hey, you don't see jack.
As usual.
With a 7, you look over and you see Rickshaw Sean has not budged an inch. All right, next is Rupert. So the centipede has just basically evaporated in front of you into a bloody mist, but there are also everything else going on over here. You'll have your cloud still pretty close to the wall. I would say close enough for you to strike with your lightning.
I'll roll my damage. So am I just striking like a bunch of random demons?
Let's say that there's a group of 10 that you'd be able to hit with this. Let's see how they roll.
Gotta beat a 15.
They got a 20.
They take half of 20, so 11 each.
I will say that they did get crispified already from the fire. So a bolt of lightning strikes from the thundercloud and shoots one directly in the heart, which then spreads out to 9 other creatures and shocks them to dust.
You sons of bitches. Do I see Bjork's thing going on?
Nope.
Okay, well, then I'll just like to throw my boomerang into the distance.
For fun. All right, you hit one guy and kill it. So, there you go.
I have no boomerang anymore. So there that goes.
But there are 49 creatures now. Next, Wendell. You also don't see the Bjork situation going on. but let me give you a Arcana check.
That is a 14.
Yeah, you sense something real bad related to the guitar is going down, basically right below your feet.
Manny, I think something bad happened. Can you feel that?
That, I think it was Rupert. He was farting pretty loud.
Ew, that's gross.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go downstairs. I'm gonna check something out. I don't think things are going very well. Something's not right.
Take care of things up here. Don't worry.
I believe in you and your trusty string.
String?
Yeah, you were playing with a piece of string earlier.
He looked around for it. I forgot about that. Forgot about my string.
Alright, and then Wendell will head downstairs.
Okay. You can now see the situation going on past the line of dudes. I'm assuming people are clearing out of the way. You see Bjork, but monstrified.
I could tell that it is Bjork.
Do an insight check.
Okay. It's a 9.
Yeah, you see that there is a monster at the end of this hall. You see Greg and James are facing towards it.
Greg, what the fuck is that thing?
It's fucking Bjork.
What? What do you mean that's Bjork?
I don't know, something with that guitar. He played the note and then immediately burst into flames and now looks weird. He looks like a liberal.
Oh no, I think he went into sicko mode.
I love that song.
No liberal.
I don't know. I just felt like throwing it in there.
The liberal males are turning into demons.
I've been listening to Lil Nas.
All part of the liberal agenda.
Master Greg, what do you want to do about Bjork? How do we get him out?
Get the guitar away from him.
But why? He sounds so good on it.
You're right, he does sound pretty good on it. But it's what's causing him to be like this, I would imagine.
You think so?
I mean, he played the note and then immediately burst into flames and looks like this.
Are you sure it's not a coincidence? That sounds like it would be a coincidence.
Wendell, I swear to God. Wendell,
Yeah?
disarm him.
How do you expect me to disarm that giant?
Oni McBonerson?
Oh my god, Bobby! And Bobby's upstairs with Manny helping him find the string.
How did you even get outside of... You were wedged in him. Okay. Could you get Bobby?
Okay.
Long conversation to be having in front of York.
No, don't worry. It's okay. Whenever you fight a bad guy, they always have long expositions before attacking, so I'm not worried.
And then in my brain, I will call Bobby over because we're telepathically connected.
So is that your action?
Yeah, that'll be my action.
Okay.
When Bobby comes down the stairs, he'll turn around, and as soon as he sees Bjork, he'll immediately enter his karate stance.
So it's Manny's turn next, and assuming that Bobby was giving him some help, he's going to have advantage on his investigation check to see where the string went.
Hey, Manny.
They can't find it, and he starts yelling at some of the archers around him, saying, "I need more men!
He lost an advantage.
Sweep! Do a sweep!" They look back, they're like, "What the fuck is this?" And then go back to whatever you want them to do, Greg. They were a little concerned. They were just like, "Oh man, something's really going on with him, huh?" Nah, there's more important things. Alright, so next up is Greg. So you have 29 health left. That's what I got you at.
Yeah, I have a little...
York is right in front of you. What are you going to do about it?
Okay, well, first I want to do shit with the archers.
So you're in combat yourself right now. Basically, you're going to have to shout commands while dealing with Bjork. If you want to attack Bjork or do something right in front of you, it might be more difficult to coordinate these soldiers on the battlefield.
Okay, so when you're saying difficult, what do I have to do?
Like your archers might have disadvantage on their rolls because maybe they're only hearing muffles coming from you, like, shoot the thing. So let's say that if you want to do something with Bjork, that your archers are going to have disadvantage on their attacks for this time. Or if you want to dedicate your whole turn to focusing on the army situation, you wouldn't be able to do anything else.
I'm going to put all my resources into the archers.
What do you want them to do? You also have all the foot soldiers.
Yeah, so I want to call out to the foot soldiers behind me
Okay.
Now let's deal with the archers first. Let's do the archers.
Okay.
I want the archers to send an all-out volley on Nose Boy and Big Boy.
Okay. So Big Boy's not going to be able to get away, but I'm curious to see if, like, the Nose is able to get out of the way of the arrows.
Are they able to see that the arrows are coming? Because these ones are not on fire.
Yeah, and especially because the Nose kind of puts out the fire around him. Even the torches that are lighting up the path have been extinguished.
It's a nose. It doesn't have eyes.
All right, roll your attacks, and we'll figure it out.
8 hit, because 10 is the threshold. I want to do 70% of the arrows hit Big Boy and 30% of them hit the nose.
Okay.
Or 60 Big Boy,
40 Nose.
40 nose.
Okay. So I'm going to do a d6 roll. If it's odds, then the front 4 are going to be for Nose. If it evens, it's going to be the back 4. Evens. So 2 hit Nose, and let's say 2 hit Big Boy.
Okay, so what do you want me to do now?
So 5d8 for Big Boy. It's 10d8 times 5. 225. So just all these fucking arrows getting inside this Big Boy as you hear, honestly, not much. You can hear like a little bit of a but it's very, 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 very faint.
Because this guy's small head.
Yeah, he's got a very small head. Like a normal sized head. Ginormous body.
And then I roll for the nose.
Yes. So that is 10d8 times 2.
Yeah, that's even better. Fuck yeah.
Similar to the centipede. A storm cloud of arrows pinpoint this nose creature, which tries to run around to see if it will avoid most of the damage, but it is continually poked at until it collapses. And instead of blood pouring out, it is boogers. Gross. Wait, are you having all the dudes attack Bjork?
No.
Okay.
Tell them to stand back.
Okay.
Actually, no. They're running up to disarm him. I don't want them to attack him. I just want them to get the guitar out of his hands. And there's 40 of them. I don't know how wide the gate is, but they're close enough that they all should be able to show up pretty quickly.
Let's say that there's few dudes on him gonna have to make strength contests with some of these soldiers. So, Greg, I'll give this to you to roll advantage on a strength check. 2d20s. We'll take the higher of the 2.
Okay. Holy shit! Come on, man. I rolled 2 2s.
These dudes are trying to grasp him, and honestly, they're trying their best. But Bad Boy Bjork just kind of like flexes real hard, and everyone is thrown off of him. They kind of like bowl over.
Nice throw!
So James is going to strike Bjork. Says, "God damn it, Bjork, I told you to put the fucking guitar down. Now I gotta deal with you. Just stay down. Fucking please." Ah! And he hits you with his spear for 12 damage. Bjork, you don't actually feel this yourself, though. It's very strange. You're having a bit of an out-of-body experience. Sort of like the sunken place from Get Out. You are basically observing what is going on without being able to control yourself. You have this phantom sensation in your abdomen from where James is currently sticking his spear into you. But Greg and Teddy, you see the wound is healing up even as the damage has been dealt, and the spear is slowly catching on fire just from touching. Batter Boy Bjork. Next up is Bjork. So, you're going to have to roll a charisma saving throw.
Okay, so that'd be a 16.
Okay. What do you do or say in this moment?
Can they hear me? Is this like me kind of taking my body back for like a split second?
Let's say that you are physically chained up with these chains made out of the same kind of hard fire. They go on to infinity, so you are being stretched out above the ground here. So this is you kind of tugging at the chains, trying to break yourself free, in which you feel like you are succeeding.
So I'm like trying to communicate with the demon almost. Is that what's trying to go on?
What do you want to do?
I mean, I'd be like, wow, I look really fucking cool right now. I'd appreciate it if I wasn't killing my friends and I was killing the monsters outside. If you think about it, there's a lot more monsters outside that we could be killing right now. There's only like 200 in here. There's like at least another 600 out there. Maybe we go outside and start killing stuff. Wouldn't that be epic?
You hear sort of echoing in this space around you.
Don't worry, I'm gonna get to them after I kill pretty much everyone around me, especially the people that matter most to you. I feel like that'd be fun.
Fun for who?
Fun for me!
What's not fun for me? Aren't we supposed? This could be like we could get along. We could kill stuff, but like stuff that I want to kill and you would also want to kill.
No, it has been hours since you've helped me. It's been years since I've actually been used. So I'm a little amped, as you can tell. Now I am in control, so I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Right, but if you're in control, you want to be out and killing stuff as much as possible. You know they're trying to stop you right now. There's no way that they'll stop you regardless. And the second they stop you, I'm putting that guitar down unless you help me. I got faith in my friends. You're gonna be wrong, and you're gonna feel like a big idiot when you go back in that room and just collect dust.
Well, at least I will have faith in myself until then.
That'd be cool.
So basically what you did was you feel as if they have begun to get a little more brittle. For Batter Boy Bjork's turn, using its twin guitars, plays a beautiful melody. In fact, it plays it into the small speaking stone, into the Speaking Stone XL, and proceeds to play, and everybody is going to need to roll a wisdom saving throw.
I rolled a 5 in total. Fuck.
26. I think it'll get me through.
Oh, sick.
Oh, my friends. Jesus
Lazarus.
Everybody except me and Grandpappy. Only people not there.
Son of a bitch! Well, at least it's confusion and not damage, so... Joey, you would have exploded.
Wendell had a heart attack.
As this melody plays through your minds, you begin to have your vision blur, cackling as the faces of those around you begin to distort into monster-like features, another monster to be slain. And at each of your turns, you're going to have to see if you either act accordingly, hit people around you, or attack yourself, except for Rupert.
I wonder who's gonna get hit with a potential 50 damage by me. That'll be fun. Next time.
Wobble Weeble, that was a crazy episode. Tune in next week to see what happens. Please subscribe. If you subscribe, they'll take my foot out of this bear trap. Please.